Winter's here. What better thing to work on than a Volkswagen Bug? So the Sunset Top Down. Where did I come up with that name? I don't know. I don't know where I come up with any of my names, but I tried to name all of my castings, my builds. So this is the first time that I've really used a jeweler saw. I've used files and other things to cut stuff up, but you should check out Jim Silva on his channel. He cuts everything in half. I swear he loves that thing. I think it came out pretty well. I have a problem with straight lines though. Can't cut them or draw them for that fact. So I base coated it in a Tamiya flat and then went over it with the Tamiya metallic black, and I think it came out pretty well. I need to change my lighting setup because everything looks golden, but it's kind of cool. In addition to the Tamiya paints, I use a variety of other paints. One of my favorites is Army Builder. I've been using their paints. I used to paint miniatures for Warhammer and Battletech and a bunch of other stuff, so I've been using their paints for a long time. So, like I said, it's called the Sunset Top Down. So, top down, that's pretty obvious. It's a convertible, but what I was trying to go for is sort of a sunset look. So what I'm spraying here is sort of a red-pink. I live in Japan currently, and they call it the land of the rising sun, but really it's the land of the setting sun. The sunsets here are so beautiful, and the sky turns like a pinkish color. So, and it's wintertime, so the sun sets at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I think if you ever get a chance to come here, I would highly recommend it. So I sprayed the pinkish red, and now I'm going, and again, because of my lighting, you really can't see it, but I'm fading it into gold, and then it'll fade all the way out to black. And because of my lighting, it's hard to tell. I'm sorry about that, and I will get that fixed, but it is really quite lovely. Part of the reason I chose this casting, part of the reason I love Volkswagens in general, is that the first car that I remember my mother owning was a Volkswagen Bug. My uncle was in the army, just like me, and he was stationed in Germany, and he brought home a 1970 Volkswagen Beetle, and I remember that thing. It was green, ugly, horrible, but, you know, first cars, right? So, the other thing about that car is that I remember it had a brown leather or pleather interior, so I wanted to do something like that. This is sort of an homage. If my mom had still had that car when I was old enough to drive, I probably would have chopped the roof and fixed it up and driven it, customized it, made it my own. So, again, Army Builder paints, Monster Brown. I don't paint this fast, obviously. I sped this part of the video up 3 times. So, the whole time I was doing this, my studio, if you will, is the guest room. Right now, we have a bunch of family in for Christmas. And my daughter, who's 5, kept talking to me. She loves watching me paint and customize, and she wants to know when she gets a chance to paint her own cars. So I've got a box of cars that are waiting to go in the stripper, and I let her take them out and play with them, and she uses her markers and stuff. I think pretty soon I'll let her dip a paintbrush into a paint and go to town, but that's a subject for a later video. But I'd taken this video and I'd sent it to some of my mentors, if you will, Keith at Outlaw Speed Shop and Bug at Bugs Customs. You should check out their channels. I'll link them in the description below. And they both had some really great feedback. And Bug told me that one of his customs he working on, he put a rag top on it and used some plasticard and some an old piece of t-shirt, and I worked on that and worked on that and worked on that, and I just couldn't get it to come out right. And unfortunately, while I was working on it, I forgot to press record. But you know, sometimes shit happens, and so I'll work on that technique a little bit more. But so maybe the next one I do, I'll go ahead and put a rag top on it. So here you see me, I'm just doing the little detail stuff. It's not faithful, but there you go, the sunset top down. I think it came out excellent, but you know, leave your comments below, like, share, and subscribe. I'll link some of my other videos, and maybe you'll see something that you like. If you have any comments, please let me know. Some feedback. I thrive on feedback. But I really appreciate everything that everybody in the community does, and share this with your friends. Thanks again. This is Gunslinger, wishing you a happy, happy New Year.